Okay, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well today. Slightly different video today. I really didn't want to make a video about Tyson Fury and his blatant duck and his pretty heinous behavior towards Usyk and towards the fans. Anyone that's still a Tyson Fury fan and is believing this nonsense, you're the problem, unfortunately. If you're defending this guy, I'd love to hear it in the comments, because you're just going to expose yourself at the end of the day. But I didn't want to make a video. I know a lot of people have done it. There's some really good videos out there. Hatman and Chris Andre have done some great videos. But sometimes I'm an artist, okay? So just like I love boxing, I love music, I love forms of art, not necessarily like a painting or an abstract, but like art. And that's the way I can get my message across. So I was thinking about one of my favorite movies the other day, today actually, this morning, and Training Day. Okay, amazing film, one of my favorite films ever. And there's a scene in there, I'm sure you know it if you've seen the film, where he's talking about smiles and cries, which is the headline of this video. And you know, Alonzo, Roger, the drug dealer who they at the time they didn't know, well, they suspected, and then Officer Hoyt, Jake, who's just smoked a massive load of crack, whatever Alonzo made him smoke, he's high as a kite. And they're having this discussion, and Roger's talking about the snail analogy, which is, that one got lost on me. If you know, if you got a reasonable answer to that, drop it in the comments. But then Jake, Officer Hoyt, goes on to talk about smiles and cries.
It's all about smiles and cries. Put the joint down, man. What the fuck is that? Hold on.
And it's quite a profound statement, really. And you know, like Alonzo's like trying to cut him off. He's like, what are you talking about, bro? And Roger's like, no, let him go. So he does, and it's like, you know, smile and cries. He goes, you know, sometimes that's all you got, and they can never take that from you.
Yeah, you gotta control your smiles and cries, because that's all you have, and nobody can take that away from you.
Seemed to me to be referring to the streets, how you got to control your emotions and act accordingly. And you know, like I was trying to compare it to, you know, like a boxer, really, a world champion boxer, obviously at the highest level, like AJ and Fury either have been or are, and dealing with the ups and downs. And I just thought to myself, well, that'd be a good way for me to get my message across with Tyson Fury, because he's not portraying himself as a right champion that he allegedly is, and he's brainwashed his fans into thinking he's the best ever. And I'm not an AJ fan either. I'm just being objective about the situation, because I understand when I see someone like AJ who has been at the top with the smiles and, you know, the big stadiums and the wins and the belts, and you know, and then he came crashing down against Ruiz, went back for an immediate rematch, got his belts back, fought Pulev, and then I know he had Usyk as a mandatory. Tough fight, lost that, then went back into an immediate rematch trying to get his belts back. You know, he's constantly tried to just better himself and go straight back in the gym. I've always respected that, you know, whether it's for money or not. You know, it takes a certain level of character to do that, and he's managed his cries. He literally cried in the press conference after the Usyk. I know he had a meltdown, which was the best thing for him, I think. And you know, like I said, how did he manage it? How did he manage his smiles and cries? Well, it's easy to manage the smiles, isn't it? But now he wants to go straight back into you know, a hard camp with a no-nonsense trainer in Texas. He's isolated himself. And there's a great quote that I saw today as well. You know, the true character of a man. I've forgotten what it was. I'll leave it up on the screen now. But it reminds me of what AJ's doing. It's basically like, you know, no one really sees you chipping away at the hard work, and it takes a lot of character for him to put himself back in the mix. I know he's still got some business to do, but it's his character and it's his heart. And Tyson Fury, who has been shameful, his despicable behavior. It really has. It's really bad, and that's why I was like, I need to call this dude out, because we as a community, as a boxing community, can't let him get away with this type of behavior. It's so bad. All the deceit, all the envy, the gaslighting, it's too much. And not to mention, you know, you can't even have a real conversation with him if you're a journalist, or ask him a question. He's in control. He's like a dictator. It's not good for boxing. It's not good for anything, and it's not good for human beings to be worshipping this type of behavior. Human beings have got a desire to worship anything, but especially, you know, a very successful person. And look, he's done amazing. I'm not trying to diminish what he's done at all. He was incredible beating Klitschko, and then, you know, obviously he went through his depression and alcohol, and he's done amazing to come back from that. But he's also now controlling the situation. Like kings, when they win battles, they don't just put their feet up and relax forever. They've got to keep fighting. The war's still going on. And when you're telling everybody that you're the best ever, and blah blah blah, and you know, this guy middleweight, and then being nasty, calling them all these names when you're an advocate for mental health, but you're quite quickly to completely belittle anybody. And then you come out and gaslight everybody after that. It's too much. It's too much. And let's look who's dealing with the smiles and the cries better. I mean, it ain't Tyson Fury. You've got the biggest fight in boxing in terms of the biggest name. It might not be the biggest marketing fight, but it's certainly the biggest title in boxing. And you've got this guy bending over backwards for you to accommodate you, and you swerve him like a duck. And then you've got the audacity to come out and call him out. You're acting like not a real champion. Real champions fight real champions and want to prove that they are the best. And you do that by fighting the best, and he hasn't done that. Not in this era, no way. No way. Not a chance. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. And another thing that reminded me of it is like that last scene in Training Day where Denzel, amazing scene. Denzel's going off, you know, Jake's got the gun, or there's a gun there, and he's going, give me my money, Jake. And then his whole neighborhood turn on him, right? And then, you know, he'll say, it's an amazing scene. And then after a minute or two, everyone's like, whatever, bro. And everyone just starts walking off, and just no one's listening to him anymore. And that's boxing fans and Tyson Fury's Denzel just shouting. We just got to stop listening to this guy. Don't pay him any attention. Obviously we need to call it out, but he can't do anything without the fans. And you know, he needs to, I mean, it's just like we can't support this. So anyway, that's it. My artistic take on AJ and Tyson Fury. AJ's fighting this weekend. I made a video about that. If you're interested, the fight breakdown's here. And you know, I appreciate anybody that's watched or watching. If you're new to the channel, welcome along. It's a complicated channel, man. You know, I try to make pieces of art with boxing videos sometimes, not all the time, but when I have an idea, I try to put it in and, you know, make it make sense. So it might not always work out, but hopefully this time it does. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. I hope you get to enjoy the fight on Saturday. I've got a daytime gig on Sunday, so I don't know when I'll be able to do the post-fight video. So I'll do my, actually no, that's on Saturday. Sorry, I might not even be able to go and watch the fight live. I'll do the video on Sunday, and I'll definitely catch the fight Saturday night, probably US time. But anyway, that's it from me. Boxing on the Edge. Peace and love. Have a great weekend.
Boxing
on the edge.